Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Oh,
Today we're going to be looking at the connection between sleep and mental health,
okay.
pulling insights from a podcast episode called Sleep Quality and Mental Health, The Essential Connection. And, you hear all the time how important sleep is, but I think we're really going to unpack today just how important it is
Yeah,
and how connected it is to our mental health.
absolutely.
Have you ever noticed that you're just like in a terrible mood
Oh, yeah,
after
yeah.
you've had a bad night's sleep?
Totally.
It's like
the whole day.
yeah, the whole day is shot.
Yeah, it's like you can't really recover.
Yeah, and you're just like more prone to those like mood swings and things like that.
For sure.
Well, we're going to get into all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess to kick us off, why don't you tell us a little bit about how we should be thinking about sleep?
Well, I think we often think of sleep as just like a time for our bodies to rest, you know?
Right.
But what's going on in our minds during those hours is like really crucial.
Yeah.
For our mental well-being.
Okay.
You know, it's like imagine sleep is when your brain gets to hit the reset button.
Oh, okay, I like that.
You know, it's processing emotions, consolidating memories.
Okay.
And preparing you to like handle whatever the next day
Right.
throws your way.
So it's not just about like physically recharging.
Cool.
It's about like actually giving our brains the time
Exactly.
to process all the things.
Exactly. And when that reset happens successfully,
Okay.
you see these like positive ripple effects across your mental landscape.
Okay.
You know, like think about emotional regulation.
Yeah.
Good sleep helps us keep those mood swings in check.
Okay.
And then there's cognitive function. So like memory focus,
Mm-hmm.
decision making, all that gets a boost
Wow.
when we've had enough rest.
Okay.
There's actually research that suggests that like consistent good sleep can be a major factor in warding off anxiety and depression.
Oh, wow. So it's like a
Yeah,
preventative measure in a way.
absolutely. Yeah.
I knew sleep was important, but I didn't realize it was like that powerful.
It's powerful.
So, okay, so we've talked about like the good stuff.
Right.
What happens when we don't get enough sleep?
Yeah. What about when we don't get enough sleep?
We've all had those mornings where we just feel like
Oh,
we're walking through mud.
Yeah, like a fog.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of sleep deprivation impacting your cognitive function.
Okay.
When we're sleep deprived, our brains struggle to process
Okay.
emotions effectively.
Okay.
This can make us feel extra irritable,
Right.
prone to mood swings.
Yeah. So that's why after a bad night's sleep, I'm
Yeah.
just like way more likely to
Exactly.
snap at somebody.
It's not just you.
Okay, good.
Poor sleep also affects your attention and your memory,
Right.
making it harder to focus and remember things.
Oh.
It's like trying to function on autopilot
Yeah.
when your brain is screaming for a break.
Right. Like I need some help here.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, it's not even just our minds that suffer like our bodies.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
hurts it, right?
When we don't get enough sleep, our bodies produce more cortisol,
Oh, right. Cortisol, the stress hormone.
the stress hormone.
Yes.
Okay, this creates a vicious cycle where stress leads to worse sleep.
Right. So you're just like,
And then worse sleep leads to more stress.
you're in that like downward spiral.
It's a downward spiral.
It's scary to think about actually like the toll that it takes.
Yeah, it really highlights how crucial it is
Yeah.
to make sleep a priority.
Okay.
It's not just about feeling rested,
Right.
Right. It's about protecting
Yeah.
our mental and physical health.
Okay, so we've talked about all the downsides.
Right.
Let's talk about the good stuff. Like
Yeah.
when we actually do get a good night's sleep
Right.
and you wake up feeling refreshed
Yes.
and alert,
Oh, yeah.
and you're like ready to tackle the day.
That's the feeling we're aiming for.
Yes. I love that feeling.
Quality sleep actually empowers us
Okay.
to handle stress better.
Our brains are more resilient.
Interesting.
We can navigate challenges with more grace and patience.
I can definitely attest to that.
Yeah.
Like when I'm well rested, I feel like I can handle anything.
Exactly.
But when I'm not,
Yeah.
forget about it.
And remember how we talked about poor sleep negatively impacting cognitive function?
Yes.
Well, good sleep enhances it.
Okay.
Improved memory, sharper problem-solving skills, and even a boost in creativity.
So if I want to be more creative,
Get good sleep.
I need to sleep more.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's all connected.
How much sleep should we be getting?
Yeah, well, it varies, from person to person,
Right.
but most adults generally benefit from 7 to 9
Yeah, okay.
hours of quality sleep per night.
Okay.
But it's not even just about the quantity, but also the quality.
Right. So it's not just about like hitting that number.
Exactly.
It's about making sure that the sleep that you are getting
Uh-huh.
is actually good sleep.
Good, restful, restorative sleep.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we do that?
Yeah.
What are some tips?
Well, one of the most powerful things you can do is establish a consistent sleep schedule.
Okay.
Your body thrives on routine.
Okay.
So try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day,
Even on the weekends.
even on the weekend.
I know that's a hard one.
It is tough, but it's like you're training your body
Right.
to recognize when it's time to wind down and wake up.
That's like setting that internal clock.
Exactly.
And then you just naturally start to feel
Right.
tired. And
It makes it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about our sleep environment?
Oh, yeah, that matters too.
Does that play a role?
Big time.
Okay.
Think of your bedroom as like a sanctuary.
Okay. A sleep sanctuary?
A sleep sanctuary dedicated to sleep.
I like that.
You know, it should be dark,
Okay.
quiet, and cool.
Okay.
Invest in blackout curtains to block out any light.
Okay.
Use a white noise machine to mask any disruptive sounds.
Okay.
And make sure the temperature is comfortable.
So it's all about like creating that perfect atmosphere.
Exactly.
What about all the screens
Oh, the screen.
that we're surrounded by constantly?
Yeah.
Is that bad for our sleep?
Well, that blue light that's emitted from our phones and tablets and computers,
Yeah.
it interferes with the production of melatonin,
Right.
which is the hormone that helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle.
So like scrolling through social media
Yeah, not a great idea.
right before
Yeah.
bed
Yes.
is probably not the best thing to be doing.
No.
Okay, so put the phone down.
Put the phone down.
Step away.
Step away.
What else should we be doing?
Well, instead of scrolling,
Yeah.
you could read a book,
Okay.
listen to some calming music,
Okay.
or spend time with loved ones.
So just like more quality time instead of
Quality time, yes.
screen time.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any other like pre-sleep rituals
Yeah.
that we can do?
Incorporating relaxation techniques into your evening routine can
Okay.
be incredibly helpful.
Like what?
Things like reading meditation, gentle stretching, or deep breathing exercises.
So the things that like signal to your body.
Yeah, it signals to your body that it's time to relax
Okay.
and prepare for sleep.
I like that.
Yeah.
What about food?
Food. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Does that play a role?
Yeah, pay attention to what and when you eat.
Okay.
Avoid heavy meals, caffeine and alcohol,
Right.
close to bedtime.
So that like late night snack
Yeah.
might not be the best idea.
It can disrupt your sleep patterns,
Okay.
make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of great tips.
Yeah, we have.
But what happens if like we've tried all this stuff and we're still struggling?
Well, if you're concerned about consistent sleep problems,
Okay.
or you're experiencing persistent mental health symptoms,
Yeah.
don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional.
Right, because sometimes it's more than we can handle on our own.
Absolutely.
And we need that extra help.
Yeah, they can help determine if there are any underlying issues that
Yeah.
need to be addressed.
So it's like getting a personalized sleep assessment.
Yeah, exactly.
They can figure out exactly what's going on.
Exactly. Sometimes addressing sleep issues requires a more individualized approach.
Yeah.
And a healthcare professional can provide that expertise and support you need.
That's reassuring to know that there's
Yeah.
help out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to recap,
Yes.
there's a really strong connection between sleep and mental health.
Very strong.
And prioritizing sleep isn't just about feeling well rested.
No.
It's an investment in our overall well-being.
Absolutely.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
We're going to be back after a short break to delve even deeper into the fascinating world of sleep
Excited.
and its impact on our minds.
Me too. So welcome back to our deep dive into sleep and mental health.
Yeah, it's amazing how much we've already uncovered
I know, right?
about like the power of sleep.
It's really fascinating.
I'm ready to go even deeper.
Me too.
So in that last segment, we were talking about how important sleep is
Yeah.
for like cognitive function.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that actually work though?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening in our brains while we're sleeping that's giving us all these benefits?
Well, during sleep,
Okay.
your brain is busy consolidating memories,
Okay.
processing information from the day,
Mm-hmm.
and forming new connections.
So it's not just like resting?
No, it's like a nightly filing system,
Oh, okay.
organizing and strengthening everything you've learned and experienced.
So we're actually like actively processing
Yes.
and making sense of our experiences
Exactly.
even while we're sleeping.
While you're sleeping.
Wow. Okay, so when we get enough sleep,
Okay.
all this like brain work
Yeah.
that's happening.
It translates into some pretty amazing benefits.
Like what?
We're talking improved memory recall,
Okay.
enhanced problem-solving abilities,
Uh-huh.
and even a boost in creativity.
Wait, so getting enough sleep can make me more creative.
It's true.
Wait.
And here's where it gets even more interesting.
Oh.
Research suggests that different stages of sleep
Okay.
play specific roles in these cognitive processes.
Okay.
So, for example, deep sleep,
Uh-huh.
also known as slow wave sleep,
Yeah.
That's crucial for memory consolidation.
So that's where those memories really get locked in.
That's where they get locked in.
Right.
And then there's REM sleep,
Right.
the stage associated with dreaming.
Yeah.
That's believed to play a vital role in emotional processing and creativity.
So it's like our brain's working in shifts
Yeah.
throughout the night
Different parts are doing different things at different times.
to make sure that we stay like mentally sharp.
Exactly.
I like that analogy a lot. Okay, so what happens when those sleep stages
Right.
get disrupting?
And things start to fall apart.
Yeah.
Our cognitive function can suffer.
Okay, so it's like interrupting a crucial work process
Exactly.
in the middle of the night.
Right in the middle.
Okay, so if we're constantly like skimping on sleep,
Yeah.
are we basically doing our brains a disservice?
Chronic sleep deprivation can have a cumulative effect on our cognitive abilities.
Okay.
It becomes harder to learn new things, to concentrate on tasks,
Right.
to make sound decisions.
It's like trying to run a marathon
Exactly.
in an empty tank.
Yeah, you're running on fumes.
Yeah, and that can have some pretty serious consequences
Yeah.
for our daily lives,
Absolutely.
both professionally and personally.
I imagine struggling to focus at work,
Yeah.
to make clear-headed decisions,
Huh.
or to remember important information.
Right.
It can impact your job performance, your relationships,
Right.
your overall well-being.
So it's like a domino effect.
It's a domino effect.
Starts to sleep,
It starts with sleep.
and it just like ripples out
And then everything else starts to...
to all these other areas.
Yeah, it's interconnected.
Okay, let's talk about the emotional side of
Yeah,
things.
the emotional side.
Because we talked a little bit about
Right.
how sleep affects our ability to like
Yeah, like regulate our emotions.
regulate emotions. I want to go a little deeper into that.
Sure.
So,
Remember how we talked about the brain's emotional processing center?
yes.
Well, getting enough sleep helps keep that center functioning optimally.
Okay.
During sleep, our brains process emotions,
Okay.
helping us make sense of them
Okay.
and integrate them into our overall emotional experience.
So it's like our brains are like processing our emotional baggage
I like that.
while we're sleeping.
Yeah, it's filing it away in a healthy way.
Okay, so then when we get enough sleep,
Right.
all this processing is happening.
It happens smoothly.
Okay.
Leads to better emotional regulation,
Okay.
greater resilience to stress,
Uh-huh.
and a more balanced mood.
So sleep helps us untangle all those
Yeah.
emotional knots.
It gives your brain the time to do it.
Okay, so what happens when we don't get enough sleep?
Well, then this delicate emotional processing
Okay.
can get thrown off balance.
So that's why
Yeah.
we're more irritable after a bad night's sleep. More sensitive, maybe quick to anger?
Sleep deprivation can make it harder
Okay.
to keep our emotions in check.
So it's like our emotional volume is turned way up.
Yeah, you're more reactive.
And then we're also more susceptible to like emotional turmoil
Exactly.
on top of
So we're not just dealing with the cognitive consequences.
cognitive stuff.
We're also more susceptible to emotional turmoil.
I want to talk a little bit about the connection between sleep
Sure.
and like specific mental health conditions.
Right.
Because we mentioned before
Yeah.
how poor sleep can worsen anxiety and depression.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. Research has consistently shown a strong correlation
Okay.
between sleep disturbances and mental health disorders.
Okay.
For instance, people with anxiety disorders often experience difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep.
Right.
Those with depression may experience insomnia,
Oh.
or, on the other hand, excessive sleepiness.
So it's like a two-way street.
It's a two-way street.
Like sleep problems can contribute to mental health issues.
Yeah.
And mental health issues can also like
Absolutely.
worsen sleep problems.
It's a complex interplay.
So if somebody is dealing with both of those things,
Right.
where do they even begin?
Well, the first step is always to consult with a healthcare professional.
Okay.
They can help pinpoint the root cause of the sleep issues and the mental health symptoms.
So they can like figure out what's going on?
Yeah, from there they can recommend the best treatment approach,
Okay.
which could involve therapy, medication, or a combination of both.
It's like a personalized
Yeah, like a personalized roadmap
roadmap to better sleep.
to better sleep and mental well-being.
Okay. So sometimes we need that extra
Sometimes you need a little extra help.
help to kind of
Yeah.
guide us
Yeah,
on that journey.
it's a journey.
Okay. We've covered so much
Oh, we have.
in this episode already
Yeah.
about all the complexities
Mhm.
of sleep and mental health.
I know, and there's still so much to discover.
Yeah. Fascinating.
But, I think what's important to remember is that the journey to better sleep
Okay.
and improve mental health is a process.
Yeah.
It requires patience,
Okay.
consistency, and a willingness to experiment.
All right. So find what works for you.
Find what works for you, exactly.
Okay, so speaking of finding what works,
Huh?
let's move on to some practical tips and strategies
Yes, let's get practical.
for improving our sleep quality.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're back.
Back again?
And now we're going to get into the good stuff,
The good stuff.
like how to actually get better sleep.
Yes, practical tips and
I'm
strategies.
so ready for this.
Me too. I know we've all been waiting for this.
So where do we start?
Well, we've been talking about the power of routine,
Right.
like setting a sleep schedule.
Yeah.
That is honestly one of the most impactful things you can do.
Okay.
Try going to bed and waking up around the same time each day.
Even the weekend.
Even the weekends. I know it's tough.
It's so tough.
But it's like you're setting an internal clock for your body.
You're training it
Yeah, you're training it.
to know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up.
And then you just start to naturally
Yeah?
feel tired at a certain time.
Yeah, and wake up feeling refreshed.
Exactly. It helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle.
Okay, that makes sense. And we were talking about our sleep environment before.
Yeah, the sleep.
Sanctuary. Like, how important is that?
Oh, it's so important.
Really?
Think about it. You spend a significant portion of your life in your bedroom.
That's true.
It should be a place that promotes relaxation and sleep.
Okay, so what are like the key elements?
We'll keep it cool,
Okay.
dark and quiet.
Okay.
Invest in some blackout curtains.
Block out that light.
Block out that light. Get a white noise machine to minimize any disruptive sounds.
Right. All those little sounds that keep you up at night.
Exactly. And make sure the temperature is comfortable for sleeping.
So it's all about just like removing those distractions.
Removing those distractions, create a truly restful space.
I like that. Okay, what about our devices though?
Oh, the device.
Like we're on them all the time.
Yeah.
Is that messing with our sleep?
Well, you know that blue light that's emitted from our phones, tablets, and computers?
Uh-huh.
It interferes with the production of melatonin,
Right.
which is the hormone that helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle.
So no more scrolling.
No more scrolling before bed.
Okay. I gotta stop doing that.
It's best to disconnect from screens at least an hour before bed.
Oh, an hour.
At least an hour.
Okay.
Instead of scrolling, try reading a book,
Yeah.
taking a relaxing bath, or spending some quality time with loved ones.
So just like wind down,
Wind down.
relax.
Yeah.
What about any other relaxing activities?
Oh, yeah, there are tons.
Like what?
Well, incorporating relaxation techniques into your evening routine can work wonders.
Okay.
Things like gentle stretching,
Okay.
deep breathing exercises, or even meditation. These can all signal to your body that it's time to relax and prepare for sleep.
So just creating that like intentional wind down time.
Intentional wind down time, yeah.
Okay. And we can't forget about food.
Oh, food, of course.
Does that play a role?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Pay attention to what and when you eat.
Okay.
Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime.
So no late night snacks.
Or no late night snacks.
Or that extra glass of wine.
Exactly.
Okay. So we've talked about all these great tips.
Yeah,
But what if we've tried all this stuff
right.
and we're still having trouble sleeping?
If you've made a real effort to improve your sleep hygiene and you're still having trouble,
Yeah.
don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional.
Yeah. Sometimes we need that extra help.
Sometimes you do.
It's okay to ask for help.
Exactly. They can help rule out any underlying medical conditions
Okay.
or sleep disorders
Okay.
that might be contributing to your sleep difficulties.
So it could be something more serious.
Yeah, and they can offer more personalized guidance
Okay.
based on your individual needs.
That's good to know that there are people out there who can help.
There are people who can help.
Okay. Well, this has been such an amazing deep dive.
Yeah,
We've learned so much about sleep,
I know.
and it's so much more than just like feeling well rested.
It is. It's about giving our minds and bodies the time they need to reset, recharge, and function at their best.
And there are things that we can do
Yeah,
to actually get better sleep,
absolutely.
which in turn can improve
Yeah.
our mental health.
Quality sleep is an investment
Yeah.
in your mental, emotional, and physical health.
I love that. Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
But as always,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.